Yo, what's good, guys? So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down a franchise consultant's YouTube channel. Right here, I have the Daly Coach YouTube channel. Her name's Kim Daly. She is really good at posting very consistently and just like pumping volume into YouTube. From here, you can see like 2 days ago, 2 months, 2 months, 2 months, 2 months. Like she was killing it 2 months ago and 3 months ago, just posting a lot. And you can see like these are big videos, like taking a lot of her time too, you know? So 25 minutes, 31 minutes, 35 minutes, 31 minutes here, 55 minutes, 33 minutes. But she's really consistent and she pumps out a lot of volume. But I don't think that the views are essentially what she deserves with the amount of volume that she posts, and then also how much time she's just putting into YouTube, because here you can see 49 views, 105, 41, 35, 91, 54, 59, 48. In my understanding and me personally, I feel like this channel is underperforming for how much effort Kim is putting into her own YouTube channel. So in this video, I want to break down everything I would change to help bring her more qualified candidates, but also help get her more views. So the first thing that I would want to take a look at is the homepage. So this is the first thing you're going to see if you search Kim Daly up on YouTube. This is her channel. So right here we have a video, Meet America's Top Franchise Consultant, Kim Daly. So I'll talk a little bit about this video, but the first thing I really notice is this description right here with this first link. So the description overall, it's a little beefy. I would probably simplify this a little bit to just be like one paragraph so someone can like read this very quickly and get the gist. I'd remove the hashtags. Nobody really uses hashtags nowadays in 2026. I mean, even if you think about the way you search, when was the last time you searched using hashtag franchising, right? It doesn't really make sense. People don't use it. It does nothing to the algorithm. So I would just remove it. I consider it fluff. The next thing I noticed was the first link that it actually brings me to is this sub confirmation link on YouTube. So when I click this, it's just going to open up another tab and then ask me if I want to subscribe. I don't think it's necessarily like the best thing to have here, since the subscribe button is right here. And most of the times people subscribe based on if you say, hey, make sure to subscribe and hit that bell notification in order to get notified when the next video comes out. And I'll be talking about this, right? Most people subscribe for a reason, not because you like shove a link like right here. So what I would actually do is I would put a way to connect with Kim, which would be her third link right here. I'd make this the first link, and then I'd probably put the free webinar right below it, and I'd get rid of everything else. So I'd get rid of the website, I'd get rid of the subscribe, get rid of the LinkedIn and the Instagram. So that way I'm not confusing viewers on where to send them, right? I just want them to either connect with me because they're interested about franchising, or I want to send them to a free webinar where they can learn more about this entire process. So that's how I'd clean up the funnel. And then for this video right here, which is our home video, I understand that like this is a pretty good piece of social proof, but it's probably not the best piece of social proof to hit somebody with when they first join. So what I would recommend would either have a case study here where somebody's talking about what it was like working with Kim, or have an educational piece of content here where you're breaking down how to buy a franchise or something along those lines. So this video right here has 49,000 views on it, which is pretty good, but the majority of the traffic, in my opinion, seems to come from paid traffic. So right here you can see how the video grew. So it started out like around underneath 200 views. That went on for around 70 days, and then you can see that it starts getting pumped up with paid traffic. Now, for an organic channel like YouTube, that isn't really a good thing happening because a lot of people aren't going to enter into the funnels properly, right? Unless this video was already bringing in a ton of qualified candidates, then you should maybe send paid traffic into it. I can see how that would be a possibility, but just randomly sending a ton of paid traffic into this, you're essentially just going to be wasting your money and not get a real ROI from it. The second thing I'd say is the link in the description isn't like right here. It should be one of the first things here. So contact me directly. I'd still remove this like subscribe button here, but the first link should be like right up here, and I'd remove the hashtags once again because they're not doing anything for the channel, or like searchability. So now let's get into her actual videos, the stuff that she's posting. So right here you can see that she's posting a lot of podcast videos, and like videos that are like 30 minutes long to maybe 40 minutes. I see one that's 25 minutes, but they're usually a half an hour long. And what she does is she'll have somebody that she's interviewing on the other side of these videos. Now, this is a really easy way to get out content. I see a lot of people trying to do podcast style of videos, but they aren't doing much for the viewer. And the reason why is because if I was a viewer and I just wanted to learn a little bit of information about the franchising process, or Kim Daly, how she helps exactly, I would have to watch a ton of these 30-minute videos to find that information. On top of that, the way that they're titled, they're not inducing any sort of curiosity gap, hence the low views, and they're not searchable, also hence the low views. So if we were to like look at this one, he ditched corporate comfort for ownership and growth. Now and YouTube won't even show me the rest of the text, right? Because there's too much words on this in order for a viewer to like fully get the gist of what we're going to learn from here. Remember, you have to make your content educational so the viewer understands what they're going to learn. So the way I would tailor this title would be, he's a normal guy, but his boring franchise business makes him X amount a month. Here's how, right? And that title right there would induce enough of a curiosity gap to get the click, in my opinion. I've seen it work multiple times too, but we're lowering the targeting to be a normal guy instead of like a US banker or someone in corporate, right? And we're making it broader. That way more people can connect with it, because most people are normal, right? But his boring franchise business, now the word boring, right? It sounds interesting, right? Like, how is a boring franchise business making him this amount of money per month? Right? And then the ending is, here's how. So now I know as a viewer that I'm going to learn exactly how he's making this amount of money using a boring franchising business, right? And inside the video, that's exactly what she's going to talk about with him. The next thing I would do would be to fix the thumbnails. So currently it looks like Daly uses a lot of AI in her thumbnails, and they are kind of messy. When I search through my YouTube feed, I don't see a lot of thumbnails like this. It isn't really like matching the way the platform is. Plus, it's not inducing enough of a reason for me to click. So right here, we have like this big glowy background with UK banker to multi-franchise superstar, right? Sounds interesting, but it's not telling the viewer what I'm going to receive, right? This one, we have pool boy to pool boss, now owns the company. First off, I think the bottom text is like too small to really read for the viewer, and it's just too much text, right? It looks a little messy, cartoony, not really professional, right? We want to make this look as professional as possible because people are going to be investing in this, like hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe close to $1 million, and we want to make sure our front end marketing looks professional to attract these professional people. And then like right here for this video, how I manifested 10K in 2 weeks, the Z Suite. So this isn't really something that's searchable. I mean, it sounds cool, like you have a money outcome in it, how you manifested 10K in 2 weeks, but people aren't really searching for this, right? We want to make videos that are searchable. So right here, I have like Z Suite typed in here, and we can see like it's getting 0 search traffic on YouTube. It's the red bar right down here. It's getting 0 search traffic over the last 5 years. But here I have another keyword, buy franchise, right? You can mix this with buying a franchise, how to buy a franchise, right? And it's getting a ton more traffic, right? So I think we should try to dominate how to buy a franchise in order to get search volume into the videos. And that would make it so people that are searching how to buy a franchise would see the Daly Coach's content, right? So right now, if I was to search up how to buy a franchise, let's see what comes up. This is what's going to come up. So I have this guy over here. I have this guy, this video from 6 years ago, 5 years ago, 11 months ago, 3 months, 4 months, 2 years, right? A lot of old content, I would say. And nobody's taking advantage of this. Like, this is what people are typing into YouTube. If you just go into Google Trends right here, you can see like how much search volume this is actually getting, right? And nobody's using this as a franchise consultant. They should be trying to dominate this, right? Make a lot of videos. How to buy a franchise with $20,000 down, $50,000 down, how to buy a franchise with no experience, right? And just dominate this key term and handle an objection. And that's how you can start getting people educated, but also getting people into your funnel and seeing you as an authority figure and also as a teacher and an educator that they need to work with. So all in all, that's everything that I would recommend for the Daly Coach's YouTube channel. I think that she has a good thing going with the amount of volume that she's pumping out and like how much time she's putting into YouTube, but I don't think she's getting the views that she deserves, and I think that has to do overall with the packaging. That means the ideas, the titles, the thumbnails, and I think that for the amount of time that she's putting into her YouTube channel, she should be getting more views and more traffic.